Question, we're going to determine the forces in each truss member, and we're going to start with calculating the reaction forces. So we have AY here and AX here, and then we're going to have a DY here. So in order to determine these forces, we can write the equations of equilibrium for the whole structure. So for the X direction, we can write sum of fx's in this direction is equal to 0. So since this x direction, we only have ax, so ax plus 0 is equal to 0. So ax would be equal to 0. And we can do the same in the y direction. We have ay, which is here, plus dy minus p is equal to 0. We know that p is equal to 2 kilopounds, so we can write ay plus dy is equal to 2 kips. And finally, if we take moments around point A, we can write moment A dy multiplied by 8 plus 6 minus p with this distance, which is 8, is equal to 0. And we know p is equal to 2. So we have dy multiplied by 14 is equal to 16. So dy would be equal to 16 over 14, or 1/14 kips. So we have the value of dy, and by putting dy in this equation, we can write ay plus 1/14 is equal to 2. So we can determine the value of ay, which is 0.86 kips. So we have all our reactions, ax, dy, and ay. Now we can determine the forces in each member, and I'm going to explain how. So this is our truss. This was 0.86. This was 1/14, and this was 2. A, B, this is D, and this is C. So this is 0.86. This is F1, and this is F4. So, and this is joint A. So if we write the equations of equilibrium for this joint, we will have sigma Fy is equal to 0 in this direction, we will have 0.86 minus F1 cosine of alpha is equal to 0, and this is our alpha. So cosine of alpha is equal to 6 over this length, which is 10. So cosine of alpha is 0.6. We will have 0.86 minus F1 multiplied by 0.6 is equal to 0. So F1 would approximately be equal to 0.86 over 0.6, which is almost equal to 1.43 kips. So we can follow the same steps for x direction. So sigma Fx is equal to 0. So now the only forces that we have in the x direction is F4 and the component of F1 in the x direction. So we can write F4 minus F1 sine of alpha is equal to 0. We have the value of F1. We have the value of sine of alpha. So again, alpha is this. Sine of alpha would be 8 divided by this length, which is 10. So we can write F4 minus 1.43 multiplied by 0.8 is equal to 0. So F4 is approximately equal to 115 kips. So again, we can show the forces here. So this force was equal to 0.86. This force was equal to 143. And this force was equal to 115. So this force is equal to this force, which is 143. This force is equal to this force, which is 115. Now we can write the equations of equilibrium for this joint and this joint to calculate this force and this force. We're going to start with joint C. At joint C, we have a force equal to 2 kips here. We have a force equal to 115 here. We have F5 here, and we have F2 here. And this is joint C. So sigma Fy is equal to 0. So F2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So F2 would be equal to 2 kips. For the x direction, we have x is equal to 0. So F5 minus 115 is equal to 0. So F5 is equal to 115 kips. So now in this diagram we can complete it. This is 115. This is 2. This is 2. This is again 115. Now we're going to use joint D. We have this force here. This is joint D. We have this force, which was dy, equal to 114. We had this force, which is 115. This is our F3. This is joint D. Sigma Fy is equal to 0. So 114 minus F3 cosine of, this is beta, is equal to 0. And beta, we can show it here. This is our beta. So cosine of beta is 6 over this length, 6 multiplied by square root of 2. So cosine of beta is equal to 6 over 6 multiplied by square root of 2, which is square root of 2 over 2. So you'll have 114 minus F3 multiplied by this value is equal to 0. So F3 is almost equal to 2 multiplied by 114 over square root of 2, which is almost equal to 1.61 kips. So now let's review again. So this was 0.86. This was 115. 115. This was equal to 2. This was equal to 2. This was equal to 161. And this was 161. Sorry, this 114. So for member 1, the forces are coming into the joint. So the member is in compression. So this member is in compression. For member 2, this is member 1. For member 2, the forces are coming out from the joints. So this is member 2. So this is in tension. For member 3, similar to member 1, the forces are coming into the joints, so the member is in compression. Member 4 and member 5 are the same, so coming out, this is member 4, so this is in tension. Member 5 also in tension. So that's it. We determined all the forces in truss members as well as their directions. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like the video if you really liked it. Thank you.